Okay, so a friend of mine asked me how much money I have stored inside of my checking account. And I told them that I have almost no money in my checking account because my checking account serves as a filter, meaning money goes in and it quickly comes out. So I know that I've talked very heavily about the 50-30-20 budget, meaning 50% goes to expenses, 30% goes to spending, and 20% goes to savings, right? That just served as a guideline. Even at that time that I talked about the 50-30-20 budget, I don't think that I was actually doing the 50-30-20 budget because I was saving about 50% of my income at that time. Now, if you've been on this journey with me for a while, you know that I recently, not even recently, probably almost 2 years now, 2 years in November, acquired a mortgage. Whereas before I was mortgage free, completely debt free. And I was able to save about 50% of my income. But that 50-30-20 budget was serving as a guideline for what most people should stay within. But now I am still not even at the 50-30-20 budget where 60 right now percent of my income actually goes towards my expenses. After acquiring that mortgage, the mortgage serves as like the bulk of that 60%, but 60% of my income actually goes toward expenses. I have 25% going to saving and investing, and I spend about 15% as I so choose. And so, as a result of that, when the money comes into my checking account, I instantly go in and pay bills with the 60% of it. So it goes to the mortgage, all the utilities, insurances, tithing, whatever else it goes to. But I don't have any debt outside of the mortgage, so it goes to regular expenses like whatever the monthly expenses are, subscriptions. But I don't even have that many subscriptions. I have under $30 worth of subscriptions, if that, probably under $25 worth of subscriptions. But either way, okay, long story short, the money comes into the checkings account, 60% of it goes bloop out to bills. Then I have 25% of it coming in, but then it quickly goes out because as soon as it comes in, I take however much and it goes to my car fund. I take however much and it goes towards my investments. I take however much it goes to my children's investments. Take however much and it goes to, maybe if I'm saving for a vacation or something like that, it'll go into my savings account. So either the money is coming in and going into my savings account, or it's coming in and is going into my investments accounts, which might be either my Roth IRA or my brokerage. So the 25% is coming in, but it's also going out. The only thing that is left in there is the 15%. The 15% for the spending, that is my free spending. I spend it however I want to. And that is the only thing that is left in there. And even though it's left in there, I'm actually still not spending from that account, because whatever my 15% is that I'm going to freely spend, let's say it's $1,000, I will take my credit card and spend up to $1,000 that month, because it's easily it easily tracks it for me. I take my credit card, I spend up to $1,000 for the month. Then I spend up to $1,000 for the month. And why is it easily trackable? Because the credit card actually sends me alerts each morning to tell me how much I've spent in total for the month, right? And then at the end of the month, when I'm done spending, then I take that money that was in the 15% of my free spending money that's in the checking account, then I take it and then I just pay off my credit card with it. So I just take it and then I pay off my credit card with it. And so as a result, I'm really never in that checking account. I literally just once a month go in, pay all of my bills, take out all of the money that I'm going to save. I keep the rest in there, and then I use my credit card to spend whatever I'm going to spend for that month and my free spending. And then I take that what's left into the checking account and I pay off my credit card. Now, why is that important? Money organization is really important. It is important because how you organize your money is basically how you track and control your money. So, for instance, let's say that I kept everything all lumped together, right, inside of my checking account. Then to me, it would look like I have this money to spend when I don't. No, I'm going to literally only have in my checking account what I have to spend freely. Everything else is going out and going to where it goes. So my checking account literally just serves as a vessel for me to go in and move money the way that I want to move it, because that's how I organize it. And I know that people have these automatic things set up, but I don't want mine automatic because my stuff is different. My stuff is going to be different every month. Like, for instance, if it's a month where I want to put extra on my mortgage, I can't have that automatically coming out because I don't know what that's going to be for that month. If it's a month that I want to do more saving, then I don't want that automatically coming out because I want to add more to it, or I want to have less go into say. It just depends, right? Usually my spending is straight on with the 60, 25, and 15. But what if it's not that month? What if I had an emergency and I needed to spend less or send less to my savings that month, right? And so as a result, I don't do the automatic payments. I never do the automatic payments on anything because it keeps my eye on the money. And it keeps me knowing how much I've spent, how much I've overspent, what my bills are looking like. If you just come in and take out the water bill, number one, I don't know if I even have that much allotted for the water bill. Because my water bill has been crazy these past couple days. I don't know if I even have that much allotted. Not only that, like, no, I'm not giving nobody the power just to come into my account and take what you want. What if I overspent that month in my bills and I don't have all of it allotted? And then I still have everything else coming out. I have the savings coming out. I have all my expenses coming out. But what if I came over on my expenses? If I came over on my expenses, I need to be able to have the leeway to let that spill over into my savings. You know what I mean? So now if I overspend on my expenses, some of that will come from my savings. But if it's automatically all coming out, then I feel like I'm going to be overdrawn if I'm not doing it myself. And if something happens where I'm overspending in my expenses, does that make sense? I don't want that to happen. I want to have my eyes on it. I want to have control over it. I don't want that other people having that much control over my account where they just come in and do stuff. I just want to have that control where I'm spending in the areas that I need to spend in, how I need to spend in those specific areas.